This is Klyde Warren Park's Park and Palate Special on CBS 11.
Well, it is a beautiful evening to get out and enjoy some great food, music, and company, all for a good cause. Good evening, everyone. I'm Russ McCaskey. We're so happy that you're with us tonight, enjoying this great evening that we have. We're excited to be out at Park and Palate for dinner at the park. We love coming to Klyde Warren Park. It is a beautifully engineered park. If you don't know a whole lot about it, it was built over a freeway on top of a deck, something that had not necessarily been thought of before in Dallas until this one came around, and it is turned out to be just a wonderful jewel for the city of Dallas. The park has been around for 7 years now. It's only getting better, and Klyde Warren Park's also getting bigger. Plans to expand the area are already underway, and we're going to hear a little bit more about what the future holds coming up just a little bit later. Now, of course, to make all of this happen here at the park, we need help, which is why we're here. For the 5th annual Park and Palate Dinner at the Park, it showcases some of the best chefs around. Patrons will enjoy a 3-course meal, of course, underneath the stars. And we're going to highlight the nationally recognized culinary scene along with wineries and breweries and spirits and entertainment, all, of course, raising funds for Klyde Warren Park. Now, coming up on Saturday, October 26th, the Grand Taste will feature more than 30 wine and spirit brands, 40 of Dallas's favorite chefs, a beer garden, and the popular barbecue alley. The event is a unique and delicious way to enjoy the park, has everything that it has to offer. Proceeds from the dinner in the park and the Grand Taste go towards the park's daily maintenance and, of course, the hundreds of free programs and educational events that happen throughout the year. If you're coming down to Klyde Warren Park for the Grand Taste, it starts Saturday, October 26th at 12:30 and runs until 4 p.m. General admission $75. VIP tickets are $125. Klyde Warren Park, as we mentioned, is a wonderfully engineered project. The couple that are one of the ones behind Klyde Warren Park joining us now, Jody and Sheila Grant, thank you so much for being with us this evening.
Glad to be here. Thank you.
Jody, talk about a milestone. This is the 5th year for Park and Palate, 7th year for the park, but at some point later this year, we're going to have the 10 millionth visitor come to Klyde Warren Park. When you were thinking about this, did you have any idea that it would be this successful?
No, we never did. We were afraid that we'd build this park and it wouldn't be discovered by anybody. And now, the first year we had over 1 million people. So we're just thrilled, delighted, just couldn't be more pleased with the way things have gone.
And of course, it's expanding. Tell us a little bit about the expansion. This is cool.
Well, the expansion is going west, and we're going to build a great activities center that everybody in Dallas can enjoy. And as we go west, beyond Ackridge Street, there's going to be a events field, and it's going to be used for all kinds of things, like markets and games, and just think of anything that you can possibly do on an acre of green space. That's what it's going to be for.
Very cool. And Sheila, let's talk a little bit about Park and Palate. I know that you've kind of lost your voice a little bit, but you wouldn't miss this event for the world. Tell us a little bit about this event and how special it is. About 900 people?
We have 900 people tonight, and we are thrilled that they are all here. They're all very special guests, and their donations keep this park running and keep it clean, safe, active, beautiful, and our 1,300 programs just as wonderful as we can make them, plus our many events.
Real quickly, what's your favorite part? When you guys come out here to the park, what is your favorite thing about it? Both of you? Jody?
Seeing everybody so happy, never seeing anybody cross, and seeing every single socioeconomic background, race and religion mix, and have a wonderful time together.
Jody, what about you?
Well, the kids. I agree with everything Sheila said, but, every day, particularly around noon, there are kids from Dallas Independent School District and the other independent school districts around here. And they're down visiting not only the park, but the museums and other things around here. But they make this home base when they're here, and it's a thrill.
It really is a very cool thing. Jody, thank you so much. Sheila,
Russ.
thank you so much for being with us as well. All right, obviously, it takes a lot of people to make this thing work and to pull off an event like tonight. Earlier, I went behind the scenes to find out what it takes exactly to pull off an event like this. So as we get up and kind of look around, show you what it all looks like at this event, we're joined by Crystal Moriarty. Crystal, thank you so much for being with us.
Yeah.
You're with Todd Events. You are in charge of wedding and events. And let's talk a little bit about the decor and what goes into putting this thing together.
Absolutely. So we have a 900-person event happening tonight in the park. So there's there's a lot that goes into making it look like this. So we really, in terms of decor, we played off of the paper goods a lot. So
that's a starting point?
Yeah, that is the starting point. You see it on the tables with the floral, the linens. We are in a park outside. It's a little hot. So we really wanted it to feel like the decor and the design belonged here.
Right. So there's a lot of green, kind of feels like the park, those kinds of things, right?
Absolutely. So, and just really an airy, fresh feeling. And it's very different than anything they've done. Yeah. So, and we're super excited to be back. We actually did the opening of the park back in 2012. But we're back this year, and this is the largest event that they have. It's 900 people tonight is what we're expecting. So, of course, the staffing that goes into that for a seated dinner.
Yeah, talk about that. How many people?
So we have front of house, just on the service staff, we have 125 about. And then back of house, we have almost as much as that. Wow. So, yeah, and in the back, Kent Rathbun is going to be serving the dinner tonight.
Yep. So, needless to say, a lot goes into it. Crystal, thank you so much for giving us a little bit of time. I know that you guys are busy. This is kind of crunch time right now.
Yes.
Well, obviously, Park and Palate is Klyde Warren Park's most profitable fundraising event of the year. This event is going to account for about 20% of the park's budget that helps keep it clean and helps fund some of the 1,300 different events that happen here each and every month, which means when you're putting on an event like this, the food has got to be good.
And on the main part of the park, we're going to have more than 40 chefs, several of whom were pulled out with that Bon Appetit article about Dallas being the best restaurant city of 2019.
A couple of those award-winning chefs are Chef Ken Rathbun from Emoto and Chef Dwight Harvey from Off the Bone Barbecue.
What do you think, man? Looking good?
I think it's good. Comes off the bone like it's supposed to.
Barbecue Alley is back by popular demand, and it's bigger and better this year. The entire east lawn of the park will be taken over by some of Dallas's best pit masters, where you can enjoy barbecue, a beer garden, and live music.
If you like outdoor cooking, if you like barbecue, if you like beer and whiskey, this is going to be your event.
People say home is where the heart is, but Dwight says home is where you'll find good old comfort food.
Ours is more of a Texas, Louisiana barbecue. And that's because my wife's from Louisiana, so she brings in the spice, and then we kind of marinate and keep all that going.
Becoming a barbecue pitmaster takes years of practice, late nights, and knowing your meat.
We normally cook these about 14 hours.
Yeah.
Put them on by 5 in the evening, put them off about 7 in the morning, somewhere in there. So, and it's, it's right at 225. A lot of people just cut it straight across. You really should cut it across the grain, taking that point out.
Right on. Always cut across the grain just like that. Because what you're trying to do is you're trying to create something that kind of, when you pull it, kind of pulls like that. See how that breaks apart?
Yeah.
That's the way to cut a brisket.
Texas barbecue is, of course, some of the most unique in the country.
We use chilies down here. We use jalapenos. We use serranos. We use chipotles, ancho chilies. So the barbecue that we see in Texas has got a lot of really good fundamental barbecue tastes, flavors, profiles.
And we're not afraid of a pig.
Any good barbecue guy in this city or around Texas, if they're not doing some pork, they're not barbecuing the full way. That's for sure.
It's delicious. It's so good. And I'm from Alabama, and so I know barbecue rib. I think the Barbecue Alley will really enhance the whole experience for everybody. Who doesn't like beer and barbecue on a Saturday afternoon?
Oh, looks good, doesn't it? You can taste some of that amazing barbecue right here at Park and Palate's Grand Taste event on Saturday, October 26th. Everything kicks off at 12:30 p.m., runs until 4 p.m. right here, of course, at Klyde Warren Park. Right now, we're joined by a couple of the gentlemen that you just saw in that story right there. Chef Kent Rathbun from Emoto, as well as Chef Dwight Harvey from Off the Bone Barbecue. Guys, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
All right, Chef Kent, let's start with you. Bon Appetit magazine named Dallas the restaurant city for 2019. That's incredible. Congratulations to you and all your colleagues.
You know what? It's about time. I mean,
right?
I'm going to be.
We've known that forever.
You know what? We have known that. This is the secret of Dallas, Texas. You know, we've had phenomenal restaurants and great chefs for a long, long time. And I'm going to tell you what I think is really interesting is how diverse that Dallas, Texas is. We have everything from great sliders and barbecue to super fine food.
Yeah, and so tonight you got to step up the game, right, to make sure that we live up to that accolade.
Absolutely. We're cooking for about 950 people out here tonight. and all of them have come out here to support the park, and that's what this whole thing's about.
And Chef Dwight, obviously you have some things up your sleeve for tonight, right?
Yes. Right here, what we're showing is some of our barbecue that will be be served that night of the 26th when we're here from 12 to 4. We will have ribs, and we'll have our baby back ribs. We'll have the coleslaw with blue cheese and bacon. 2 kind of specialty items that we have at Off the Bone Barbecue.
And what else can we serve that night? You have a lot of other things, right?
Yeah, you have a lot of the other barbecue chefs in Dallas that'll be there. You have Lockhart that's going to be there. You have Hutchins, Cadillac, 18th and Vine, and all these guys will have different entrees as well.
And then there's also going to be an opportunity to meet some of the chefs, sign some books.
Absolutely. We got book signings. We got great chefs from all over the city. But, you know, the barbecue thing is going to be new this year. We had barbecue, but we've taken over the whole east side of the lawn. Right. Barbecue Alley, Beer Garden, Devil's River Whiskey is going to be out there. Man, it is going to be the outdoor cooks playground.
Yeah, now you're talking.
Yeah.
Chef Kent, thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Chef Dwight, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Enjoy it. I know I'm going to here shortly. Can't wait to taste some of that great barbecue. All right, we've seen a sneak peek now with the food, so that means coming up, we also got to talk about the beverages, right? And we're going to talk about the wine, the beer, the spirits that you can try this year. Plus, Klyde Warren Park is expanding. What's in store for the area and how much more they're adding to enjoy. That's all ahead on our 2019 Park and Palate special right here on CBS 11. And welcome back to our special at Klyde Warren Park. The park currently sits on 5.2 acres of land, but an expansion project is in the works. They're going to add 1.5 acres to that. It's going to include everything from an experience center to a rooftop terrace and an indoor event space.
Quite literally a bridge between uptown and downtown. Klyde Warren Park is a place to gather, and in a few years, people will come together here like never before.
So right now, we've never had a wedding in the park, for example. We would be able to have weddings.
Jody Grant, co-founder of Klyde Warren Park, is watching a longtime vision take shape. Construction starts in 2021 on a major park expansion project.
We are going west.
An eye-catching upgrade to see it from Woodall Rogers below.
So if you're driving from west to east, you look up and you say, aha, you know, there's something really going on there. This is interesting. We need to take the next stage and go find out what it is.
It will add a 3-story pavilion, fountains, a bigger children's play area, and 1.5 acres of green space. Park President Kit Sars says that means new events.
To put on big book festivals and, you know, flower markets and potentially even have an ice skating rink during the holidays.
Construction will take about 4 years, much of it happening overnight. Sars thinks of it as completing the park rather than expanding it.
Because every great park in the country has, and around the world, has a great building associated with it. So there was always a plan to have this building. And then just this final green space is really the opportunity to expand even further, I think, than they thought they were able to a few years ago.
Klyde Warren Park will welcome its 10 millionth visitor by the end of this year. And in the future, even more families will have even more space to explore. In Dallas, Jennifer Lindgren, CBS 11 News.
So many exciting things coming to Klyde Warren Park. Everybody's excited about the future. Of course, a lot of work goes into pulling off an event like this, and we want to bring in the co-chairs for tonight's event. They're joining us now, Brooke Hortenstein and Missy Wazinski. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having us.
So, Brooke, let's start with you. And I imagine so much work goes into this, but it's got to be a labor of love.
It is. You know, Missy and I have loved this park since it was just an idea in 2004. So it's been so exciting for us to watch it grow into what it's become, and we're excited to see what is in store for the future.
And Missy, let's talk a little bit about the volunteers. So many people are involved in this event. To pull off such an extraordinary event like this, you got to be very happy that all these people work together.
It's been amazing. You know, it is a year-long effort to plan this event. It's 2 different days, and we have, for Grand Taste, over 40 chefs, 30 different wine and spirits, so it's a lot of coordination, but it's definitely worth it and a lot of fun.
And it is the city's premier food and wine festival, and of course the grand culinary scene, so special to ticket holders. Why should people go buy a ticket and come out to this event?
We think it's the best way to see the park. You've got views of uptown, you've got views of downtown, all the exciting venues within the park, Plus, you've got 5-star restaurants. You've got maybe an off-the-beaten-path restaurant that you've never tried before, and it's all within a fingertips reach.
And real quick, Missy, what do you hope comes out of this event? Why do you hope people come down here?
You know, we really just want to raise more money for the park so they can continue doing what they do so well, and raise awareness for Dallas's culinary scene. And so this is the perfect way to accomplish both.
Good stuff. All right, Missy, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great job this year. All right, you can enjoy the Grand Taste and help Klyde Warren Park stay beautiful on October 26th. Gates open at 12:30, stay open till 4 p.m. General admission $75. You get to taste foods from amazing chefs from all over North Texas. And of course, sip on some of the best wine, beer, and spirits. We hope that you'll come out. Now, if you're on your way out, you may think, where am I going to park? Well, we have some help with that. Our Madison Sawyer says not to worry. She can tell us where the most affordable and convenient spots are to park so you can enjoy the event all day long. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Klyde Warren Park, of course, located in the heart of downtown Dallas. There's so many different ways you can go to get here. So if you are thinking about how you're going to get here, where you're going to park, our Madison Sawyer has some tips.
The 5.2-acre park sits right above one of the city's busiest highways and in the heart of downtown Dallas. With all the free events that the park hosts, they've made sure parking would not be an issue.
And we've partnered with Platinum Parking to have self-parking available surrounding the park. So we've got about 7 or 8 garages that are listed on our website.
There are tons of different ways you can park near the area. Everything from valet to metered parking spots are all around. But if you'd like to self-park at a local parking garage, we have several different options for you. The first is going to be one of the closest locations right off of Munger Avenue at 1900 Pearl, close to the Myers Symphony Center. Another location is right off of Olive Street on the north side of the park. And a third location, just a little ways away, is going to be off of North Harwood Street, across the street at Parkview 1920. A little bit further away, you've got parking location D, which is off of Harwood at 2240 North Harwood Street. And then the final location is going to be at the Crescent. It's a little ways north on McKinney Avenue, but it's very close to Cedar Springs Drive. The best thing about all of these spots is it's only $10 per vehicle to park. If you are coming from close by, you can always hop on a free trolley from either the north or south end of the park off of Olive or North Pearl Street. Another spot is on Harwood, right by Sabre. The restaurant actually offers valet parking. You can park for $15, or if you're parking and eating at the park, it's free. Across the park on Harwood Street is another great parking location, and it's actually the cheapest place you could park. It's at the Tramble Crow Building, and it's located 1 block south of Klyde Warren Park at Harwood Street, and the parking there is only $5.
One of the more fun ways to get to the park is via scooter. You can rent a scooter like an Uber scooter Bird or even a Lime scooter for close to $1 and then 30 cents a minute after that. Just remember that the scooters aren't allowed in the park, so be sure to park them on the side of the street next to all the others.
All right, a lot of good tips. Madison, thanks. You can find more information on parking and everything else you need to know at KlydeWarrenPark.com. Don't forget to make your way out to the park Saturday, October 26th for the Grand Taste. It's from 12:30 to 4 p.m. You can enjoy foods from amazing chefs from across North Texas. And, of course, what goes better with the food than, of course, drinks? Let's talk about some of the drinks now. Leon Sakota joins us now. He is the Vice President for Republic National Distributing Company. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you. Thank you, Russ.
All right,
looking forward to this.
Let's talk a little bit about this. You're a sponsor of the event.
So,
Absolutely.
Since day one.
Since day one. So that means you got a wide array of things. What can people expect?
You know, Texans have such of an appetite and an interest in great food and great wine, which is obvious. What we're going to see coming up, 30 different restaurants, 40 different restaurants, and wonderful different wines from all over the world, Russ. From Spain, from Italy, from New Zealand. Heck, we even have a water from that we're going to be featuring. But just wonderful wines.
And also, new this year is the Barbecue Alley. What goes better with barbecue than beer? There's going to be awesome beer here as well.
Absolutely. There'll be all the spirits covered. There'll be, craft cocktails, as some of the favorite spirits that you would also like.
All right.
But some gins, some vodka, some tequila, wonderful local beers.
Something for everybody. Tell me a little bit about what you brought here.
This is, we're going to have different wines. This one happens to be from Washington. It's a single vineyard Sauvignon Blanc from Horse Heaven.
Yep.
The Halls from Dallas, Texas, and from Napa Valley, one of their premier Cabernets. And then a Prosecco. Prosecco is doing very well right now. And then we even have a gin drink from Zephyr Gin.
You can't beat that again. So what made you want to be a sponsor of this from day one?
There are so many food and wine events in the state of Texas, and I've been involved with a lot of them. But when I saw what this park had to offer, we had to be involved since day one. And Russ, we have been. I really do feel that every year it gets better.
I think it does too. Leon, thank you so much.
Thanks
for being here. Thanks for being a part of it.
Thanks, Russ.
Still ahead, Klyde Warren Park has a lot to offer, obviously. We're going to hear more from the president of Klyde Warren Park coming up in just a few moments. Stay with us. And welcome back to our 2019 special for Park and Palate, where all the proceeds go back to Klyde Warren Park to make it the amazing space that it is. Our final guest tonight is the president of Klyde Warren Park, Kit Sars. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for being here with us.
Yeah, it's a great event. All right, so what does Park and Palate mean for Klyde Warren Park?
Well, it's a big portion of our revenue. You know, we're a nonprofit. I think a lot of people don't know that. And it's 20% of our revenue. And it really allows people to be able to support the park and have fun at the same time. So we encourage everyone to come down tomorrow and be with us.
As you've been president, you've been able to raise the profile of the park immensely. What does an event like Park and Palate mean for the organization?
Well, it's a huge difference maker. And the other opportunity it presents for us is the chance to show everybody how to experience the park. Right. We've got some great free events throughout the year. We've got a tree lighting coming up in December, and it's just fun to have an event here.
You have events going on all the time. So the Grand Taste is just a few hours away now. What would you tell people about why they should go and buy a ticket and be part of this event?
Well, you know, Bon Appetit just named Dallas Best Restaurant City in America, right? For 2019, we've got 40 great chefs who are going to be here with us. We've got 30 spirits and wine brands. We've got a kind of a beer garden and some fun barbecue. So we want everyone to come and enjoy it.
All right, and I know all the people that volunteered to put in their time. You want to thank them as well. We're out of time. Thank you so much, Kit.
Absolutely.
Good luck with the event. Tomorrow is going to be a very special day. It's all happening tomorrow right here at Klyde Warren Park. The Tasty event runs from 12:30 until 4 p.m. Tickets are $75. Get to taste some of the best food and drinks around North Texas. VIP tickets, $125, which include free parking and entrance to Savor as well. And you can find out more at parkandpalate.org. And once again, thank you for joining us so much for our special at Klyde Warren Park. Have a great evening, and don't forget to come visit the Grand Taste tomorrow.